What are we doing today, Simon?
All right, so today we're going to be installing our dash platform on Matt's Xterra that's right behind us. So the dash platform is pretty cool. It gives you a nice place to bolt up phone mount, tablet, GPS, whatever you want to put up here, and it keeps it nice and secure. The thing that's kind of unique about our kit is we have an under support. We've got a bracket that goes up underneath and essentially keeps this whole thing from tipping forward. So if you want to load this thing up with some heavier stuff, you know, like tablets or GPS, kind of hang it off the edge, you won't have to worry about your tray falling forward. So to install this, we only need a few tools. We're going to need Phillips head screwdriver. We're going to need a marker, a 2.5mm Allen head, and a 4mm Allen head, and then maybe a pair of pliers. All right, so the first step is going to be to remove the dash tray. This should be pretty easy on most cars. You just kind of grab it and pull kind of up and forward, and it'll pop right out. And we'll take this back over to the toolbox, and I'll show you guys how to modify it. One thing, so the reason that support, I guess, is important is because of how easy this was to remove. So if we just bolted to this, you know, you might risk having it fall forward. So that is what that bracket underneath is going to do. Is keep it from falling forward when you put heavy stuff on. All right, so we've got our center console tray out of the dashboard, and we just need to mark our holes. So this will just sit right here, you know, like you see it, and then we'll just take a marker and draw little circles. A circle, circle. Make sure. So we got some good marks there. Pull this out. You can see our marks, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, and so we've got a 1/4-inch drill bit in our drill, and it's gonna be really easy. Get the next one. One more. All right, so that's gonna be a little messy, but we'll just take pocket knife or pliers, whatever you want to do, and just clean up those holes a little bit. So just kind of work that around. All right, and on the back side of the tray, I've already done it on this tray. There's going to be little ribs, and that's where our pliers are going to come in. Basically, if it looks like this, you'll definitely have to break them off, and if it looks like this, you might have to, but you might be able to get away with not doing it. I'm just going to do it anyways because it's easy. Now we're just about ready to put it in the car. So we'll take this under support bracket and make sure that the clip nuts are clipped into place. Take these screws out because these are going to go on the top. So clip nuts are about where we want them. I'm actually going to scoot them all the way forward. And that'll give us a good place to start with. And these can, you know, slide back and forth to be forgiving, you know, if you mess up drilling the holes. But drilling the holes is really easy. It should be pretty straightforward. So we'll go inside the car now, and we'll take our Allen head with us and get this thing installed. We're gonna climb up in here and take out this Phillips head that you see down there. We'll set that aside. We're gonna need that in just a second. So I'm putting this little cubby down here. I'll put it right back in here. And I'm gonna come in here with my Allen head, or not Allen head, Phillips head. Centered, just tighten it up. So I'm going to take this head screw right here, and I'm going to set it through the back hole, screw it through there, and screw it through there. It's up to you, so you can try and put the tray in, then drop the screws in, but I've found that the easiest way to do this is to kind of work the tray in just a little bit, start the screws, and then push the tray the rest of the way in. So I'm going to focus on getting the back screw to thread first. This can be a little tricky, so just be patient. It's not that hard, just, you know, just requires a little bit of patience. You can actually see through the gap here to kind of see what you're doing. So, like I said, I'm gonna focus on that back screw first. All right, so I got the thread started on this back screw. This kind of takes a little bit of feel. All right, so as I tighten this down, it'll kind of pull the tray down into place. We can just kind of All right, so there it is. It's in place. Last thing I'm gonna do is show you guys how to mount accessories to it. We got a few ways we could do this. Grab phone mount, that's included in the kit, and I'll show you how we can put the phone mount on there and then give you some ideas on what else you can put on there. So this little phone mount works well with, you know, a typical magnet style ball mount. You can mount right here, and then there's a few options on where you can put this. We can either back out one of these screws that are threaded in, or we can mount to these slots and take some nuts, take 2 of them, and set those there for a second. And the way this works is these screws will come in through this slot here. And we'll start this with the ridge side facing up. Just get those threaded on a little bit by hand. Get it pretty close. And that one's locked up too. So the last thing I'm gonna do is put our Z1 magnet mount on here. This should be a version with a wireless charger, which is nice. So we'll pull this out, nice box. We'll open this up. And then in here we got a couple of things. We got a ball and another Allen key. So open this up. And then we'll just install this ball on that little phone mount we just put on there. Next thing we're going to do is start the threads on this guy, but we'll keep it loose, and then it actually just snaps on. And you can tighten that up, set the position of it. There we go. And then we've got a little charger for the wireless charging or USB cable. And that plugs right into the bottom. If you want to get real fancy, what you could do is the slots on the I guess where the mounting holes are on the dash platform are big enough to feed a USB cable through. So you could actually drill into your tray piece here and fish the wire down behind the dash if you wanted an extra clean look. But for now, I'm just gonna run this right down to the USB port. And there we go, we got a phone mount, wireless charging, and platform to mount everything else to. So if you want one of these, check it out at z1offroad.com.